Hello, my name is Bettina, and you're watching E-News.
Okay, Giovanni, up next.
Welcome to the Ellis Life News Show. I'm Giovanni, the sports reporter, and you're watching Ellis Live.
Up next, all the way from 4th grade, coming in with a gray hoodie on and wearing the shades that pays, we have Sebastian Velez Pagan. So, Sebastian, you got to give it to us. It looks like he's frozen.
My name is Sebastian, and you're watching Ellis News.
See, Sebastian, you mixed it up.
Wow.
She did it with an accent.
Wow, was that an
accent,
Australian
right?
accent?
So that's one thing about it is, right?
Was that Australian?
Right. This is a space where we want you to be as creative as possible. So if at any point you want to use an English accent, you say, right? Right? And you can just introduce that voice. So if it's something that you've been working on, right, bring it to the team. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 news anchors. Right?
I'm gonna turn the light on too, so that we can see. I'm gonna turn it on all the way. All right. So I'm ready to hit it. So let's go.
Mr. Ivy, I have a question for you. What do you think about this club?
I'm really excited about the news club, and I'll tell you this: if when I have more time, this would be the club that I am probably most active in. I have a real affinity for the news. When I was very young and would be with my grandparents, this is the one activity that I did with them quite a bit. And my grandparents oftentimes say when I was young, I would watch the news. And I was really interested in it. And I would always want to meet the news anchors when I was a kid. That was the one thing I wanted to do. So I really like the news. So I'm really happy to have a news club.
Sebastian, that is a great question. We're going to now transition to Mr. Giovanni Carmi.
Why do you want this job?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Why do I want the job as principal? Why did I become principal? Two main reasons. One, I think being a teacher, you say, okay, I have made changes in the classroom, and I think that I can make more change in my school beyond my classroom. And so after making changes in your classroom, you say, I want to be able to make, change not just in my classroom, but in several classrooms. So, by being a principal, you get to make changes throughout the whole school. So you get to see that change throughout all of the classrooms in the building. When I was a kid, and I grew up in a very small town, very unlike Boston. It was a very tiny town. If you can believe it or not, only 7,000 people lived in my town growing up. And I thought about what it was like when I started teaching, what it was like for me as a student, and just not having a lot of people to talk to or share my problems with. And I thought, I don't want other students to feel like that. And that really led me to go into education and to make sure that I created a school where every student could really have someone to talk to. They could really see the world and grow up and have the opportunity to be and achieve what they wanted.
Thank you for that. I think Sebastian had a follow-up question.
Is being a principal fun?
A lot of fun. I have to tell you this. And it's mainly fun because you get to go in and be a part of everyone's learning. when you are a principal, you get to share in the learning and discovery of every single person. Like teachers and principals, we are learning too. Like you have to understand that the adults in the school, we are also learning. We are learning from you, the students. I think a part of my job is to make sure that everyone is safe and learning. And I think that when I'm like turning in reports and looking at data, and it's like, oh, it's been a tough day of looking at all the paperwork and looking at the computer all day, I get to just like sit and go into a classroom and just have fun. There are some classrooms where there's a lot of movement, a lot of dancing, listening to stuff, and I just like to do that. It reminds me of why I love my job so much.
So, Principal Ivy, just a follow-up question. We understand that the school slogan is "Together we can, together we will." Can you explain to us what that means to you?
Yeah, so it's together we can and together we will. You know what that means? That guess what? That no one person has to do it by themselves or can do it by themselves. That you know what we need to be able to reach out and work together, and we do it together.
And I saw another question in here, follow from Mr. Carmi. He's asked, how long are you planning to be a principal?
That's a good question because it is as long as I have the energy. It's as long as I have the energy. So let's hope I have all the energy in the world to keep on going. As you see, my hair and my beard is getting gray. I don't know if I'll go from being a principal to start playing Santa Claus, but I want to be able to do this as long as I can.